I'll recognize myself for 5 minutes. First of all, I'm surprised my good friend Dan Ash isn't here today, but Mr. Kurth, I guess you're on the hot seat. If staff could bring up slide number 1. Deputy Kurth, are you familiar with this letter and issue? Is this a vision test? This is Lake Havasu.
Yes, I'm sorry. My eyesight's not what it used to be.
Yeah, you should be. I know. We plan to discuss this with you today. Slide 1 is a letter that the service sent me on July 10th, 2015 in response to a letter I sent objecting to the arbitrary closure of recreational motorized boating at the north end of Lake Havasu a couple of days before Memorial Day weekend. In the letter, the service acting regional director acknowledged, and I quote, "The importance of public involvement in decisions regarding visitor use on the refuge," end of quote. The letter goes on to state on the end of slide 1, this fall, Refuge Management will initiate a review of the overall recreational boating program occurring on the refuge. This will include soliciting input from all users on the refuge. It is now March of the following year, almost April, and the fall has long since passed. Has your agency initiated the review and started receiving public input?
We've initiated the review, but we have not quite started the public input. When we look at these uses...
Okay, that's good enough. I got a long way to go here. Slide 2, please. Here's the actual letter I sent, which included emails and letters from my constituency expressing outrage about this closure. Slide 3, please. Do you know who this is?
No, sir.
This is a friend of mine, 9-year-old Ryder Bliss. Ryder has special needs. He learned to water ski and frequently skied the area on Lake Havasu that your agency shut down. Ryder no longer has a safe place to water ski on Lake Havasu, as you all expect him to ski in the open lake where boats are traveling around 70 miles per hour, as opposed to in this back channel where he is safe. Do you know why your agency shut down this channel?
We shut it down because we had complaints from non-motorized boaters about disturbance.
No, let me explain to you why you did. It's because 2 old paddle boaters that recently moved to Arizona made up lies and encouraged the agency to take this action. Let's go to slide 4. This is an email from the local Fish and Wildlife Service law enforcement agent confirming what I just said. In the email, he said he is so annoyed with these 2 individuals that he thinks he's done with this. Slide 5. This slide contains an email from the refuge manager, Linda Miller, saying she's going to inform one of those paddlers that her immediate request to establish a no-wake zone isn't feasible and would require public comment. Slide 6. You know where I'm going. This slide contains an email from Linda Miller's boss stating that a closure would likely meet resistance and require NEPA compliance. Did your agency follow NEPA before making this closure? The answer is no. I don't want you to have to make any other choice. No.
We did follow NEPA in the comprehensive conservation plan that provided for this framework to close.
No, you didn't at all. Then provide that for the documentation here. I mean,
yes,
where you're going on this is no man's land. I mean, you have no defense for what's coming. Let's go to slide 7. This slide contains another email from Linda Miller on November 26, 2014, stating she will be drafting a proposal and putting it out for a 30 to 60 public day comment period. Slide 9. This slide contains an email from the said paddle boater on July 9, 2015. Refuge Manager Miller replies to the email and says she is still working on the proposal for public comment. Slide 11. This email contains an email from Linda Miller which states she has closed motorized boating on Havasu as a result of an alarming increase in boating violations. She goes on to state that the refuge will be initiating a full compatibility determination that allows public comment for all user groups. Has that process been initiated?
Yes, the compatibility determination has been drafted. It's undergoing legal review and then will be put out for public comment.
Do you know how many boating violations the agency used to justify this closure?
I don't know.
Yeah, 2. 2 new violations, same people. So Refuge Manager Miller told a boater on May 21st, 2015 that the process would start soon, and it still hasn't even been, well, you said initiated, but no public comment. Finally, slide 12. This is the arbitrary notice your agency posted a couple days prior to Memorial Day weekend without public comment that shut down motorized boating in the back channel at the north end of Lake Havasu. A few days before Memorial Day weekend, no public notice or comment. This is outrageous. Will your agency withdraw this arbitrary closure and reopen the northern part of Lake Havasu for motorized boating for Ryder and other skiers that have enjoyed skiing in this area for multiple decades?
We will put out our compatibility determination for public comment.
You can't do that until you actually go through that process, sir. This is in total violation of what is standing policy. For two people that had a problem, and you failed to follow the process. Now I understand why Dan Ash isn't here and he sent you. I mean, it's pathetic, absolutely pathetic. I'll expect that answer being withdrawn.